Da 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 da.
Part
Welcome
2.
back.
Part 2 in the house.
So, we're the same. What are we doing? Podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Podcast part 2 of
DLC podcast. Should we make a name for this?
Not right now. Right
Okay.
now it's just DLC podcast.
Yeah. If you guys name suggestions in the comments below, thank you very much. We're
Yeah.
talking about Naruto Shippuden today.
Yeah. We're starting at part 2. Now in the beginning, we're gonna kind of just.
It's a pretty slow beginning, and most of the fights aren't that important. They're kind of important, but they're not really that.
Not important to what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're just talking about fights.
We're talking about those cool shit, the
Yeah.
things that are happen. Like, we will touch on some important parts that happen in some fights that are pretty boring. But if you guys have a specific fight that you really love, talk about it in the comments. We'll comment back and tell you what we think about it if we don't really explain ourselves that much in the video.
Yeah, and if you want us to focus on one specific fight, we can go into much more detail. But
Yeah.
we're just going off of memory right now.
Yeah, we'll rewatch the fights if you want us to, but right now we only have specific fights that we know exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So
we're
let's
gonna
just
kind of
start
skim
out.
over the beginning.
Beginning of Shippuden opens up with Deidara at the Sand Village.
Yeah,
And
about
Gaara-
to bomb the crap out
Yeah,
of it.
Gaara saves everyone, dude.
Yeah, essentially Data is like, launch the nuke, and
And Gaara's like, nah.
sand dome protects the city.
And that was a baller ass move because we're just like, oh, this is 2 years later. Gaara looks different. Oh, he's the Kazekage now.
I mean, who's really
What?
gonna stop him though?
Yeah, we're just like, so Gaara's amazing, right? And then we see him lose his first fight of the series.
Yeah, but he defends the city.
We saw him kind of lose to Kimimaro in the last, in Naruto.
Yeah.
And then this episode, we're just like, Gaara, what's going on? Are you weak now? What's up? And then he gets taken.
And
Oh
then
my
that starts
God.
the next arc of
But it did showcase Gaara's, in depth. Gaara was very good at controlling
large amounts of sand.
large amounts of sands and Shukaku's sand because he was using the hands to chase down Deidara. I don't know if you remember that, but
Yeah.
he was long arm chasing him and twirling shit. He was actually using that, unlike before where he was just kind of sand everywhere. It was actually a lot more control, which I liked about that.
But it was pretty short. They got him, and then because they got him, now it goes into the next fight, which is when I don't know if it was all of Team 7, which not Sasuke but Sakura, but she's useless. So.
I think her and Sai were somewhere else. They were scouting.
Oh
for
yeah,
Sasori.
I forgot about Sai.
Yeah.
But
Naruto and
forget
Kakashi
about him.
found Deidara and they're chasing him. And this is where we see Kakashi
for the first
showcase
time,
his
yeah.
Mangekyo, which he's had this entire time, apparently.
But he just
uses
didn't
Kamui and
use
he's
it.
like, oh, your arm's gone now. And
What you gonna do?
At that point, we thought Kamui was just it's just a cutting ability. To me, at least. I was like, he's just making a point.
Deleting it.
Yeah, a deletion ability,
Yeah.
We didn't really know what Kamui was. How
And I
good it was.
don't think he knew what it was either, because he could suck things in. But
Yeah.
he didn't know
He's
where
never,
they go or what they happen.
No, he's only used it to cut body parts off of people, which says a lot about Kakashi.
Hold on, let's talk about this, because Obito can go into the Kamui dimension. Could you imagine he just goes in there one day and he's like, "What are all these body parts doing in here?" It's and I think he knows Kakashi has it. He's like, Kakashi, what are you doing with this?
He has to know Kakashi had. Yeah, he does, because he saw when he gained Mangekyo, he knows he got Mangekyo, and he saw Kakashi pass out at the same time, which
Yeah.
is skipping ahead, but
Yeah, whatever. So then, cuts off arms.
Cuts off both of Deidara's arms, and Naruto sees that Gaara is unconscious in one of his bird shells, and he goes into rage mode. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, Deidara. And then Toby's just like, nah. And then they go away.
And then next...
Epic fight right here.
Pretty epic.
With least favorite character in the entire series up to that point was Sakura. Useless. No job, no nothing.
No jutsu having bitch-ass big forehead, fucking pink hair having ass.
Yeah, her and Chio versus Sasori.
Which, let's be legit, it was really Chio versus Sasori.
Sakura was a good meat shield.
She was a great meat shield. And, some people were like, oh yeah, Sakura took her down. It's like, no, Sakura took him down. It's like, no. When all of your movements are being controlled by someone else, you are not doing the fighting.
Yeah.
She used Sakura's physical strength
Yeah.
So that was a good advantage.
Sakura did have to like channel the chakra into her fists.
Yeah.
When Lady Chio made her punch, but like that's pretty easy because you know you're punching.
Yeah, you can see it happening.
The 100 puppets jutsu, and he's just like, yeah, these are all really high elite shinobi I murdered and made puppets out of. Oh, also here are my parents. Good luck.
And then Chio was just like,
oh no, he didn't use his parents. Chio used his parents, and he's just like having emotional crises, and he's like, here's the first Kazekage.
Yeah.
He was really strong, and I murdered him.
Yeah, and then it's kind of debated or argued, but Sasori at the very end did want to die.
Yeah, he was not long for this world. He wasn't like,
after so much fighting, he saw his parents, and he's just like, oh, if I die, I can be with them.
Yeah, I'm already a puppet, so like, what is life really?
Yeah.
My entire life is this chakra scroll in my heart. And then he's like, suicide.
Suicide. All right, and then let's see later.
Oh, we get into Naruto versus
Orochimaru.
Orochimaru wanted the Nine Tails because he heard that the Akatsuki were looking for the Tail Beast. He's like, so there's something here, right? I can get these Tail Beasts too.
Yeah. And so this is when Naruto went 4 Tails mode.
Ooh, oh my god, that moment though, we're just like, what is this?
What was his name? Yamato. Which that's not even his real name.
What?
That's his like code word name. That's not his real name.
Yeah, that's right.
They just keep calling him Yamato.
And we call him Yamato throughout the entire series.
There's no other name. I think
he just goes by Yamato now. It's like, okay.
Yeah. So like,
but still, it's pretty funny. Like,
he was trying to like suppress it, and it was getting too bad. Yeah. And he's just like, I can't. He's calling Kakashi. He's like, hey, bro, this shit's going down.
Yeah, like honestly though, Orochimaru lost that fight big time. Like
Orochimaru pulled out too many hacks.
Like he pulled out the resurrection jutsu basically 6 times during that fight, and Naruto's like, "You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Laser. You're dead.
You're dead."
Like it was so intense and fighting. Like Naruto won every trade, and Orochimaru resurrected himself through every trade. He's like, "Let me stab you in the heart." Oh, that didn't work.
There's one point where Orochimaru gets cut in half, and he's just like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, it just summons a snake body, and like, I hate that fight for the fact that Orochimaru is just a hack itself. Like, he should not be alive if he fought a 4-tailed beast. He's just like, oh, this is the power of a tailed beast at half, less than half power.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Mm-hmm. So Orochimaru kind of got bodied, but in the end,
it's rough.
It was rough, yeah. So moving on, we're gonna go past that one.
So at that point, like Asuma did die to Hidan. We're just gonna skip over that because it was sad, but not important. Sadly, if you guys want us to talk about it, we will. But we're just gonna go over that.
Sorry, Asuma, you were pretty cool. You were a chill dude, but but you made Shikamaru start smoking. You like after Asuma died, Shikamaru started smoking. Sorry,
so
it happened.
And then Shikamaru versus Asuma, or not Shikamaru versus Hidan, where like he leads this man into the
forest,
the Nara forest, and he's like, all these creatures are under Nara protection, and then there's a bomb hole.
Oh yeah,
he catches Hidan in all these wires, and Hidan's just like, you know I'm immortal, right? He's like, yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
I'm hoping for that. And he, like, blows him up.
A lot.
His chunks are then buried in rubble. And Shikamaru's just like, is this enough? Builds a well above him and, has 24-hour guards. And he's just like, this is enough.
Yeah. So,
And then while that's happening, Naruto showcases his new
Rasen
wind chakra Rasen Shuriken. Where he's just like, hey, Kakazu, catch this yeet.
And one-shots him. I think Kakuzu stands there and takes it.
Yeah,
because he's like, what are you gonna do? I've seen the Rasengan. That one's not gonna be too much better. And then he just gets deleted. Like
it's stabbing me millions of times.
Yeah, it's like, tiny surgical cuts on all of the chakra points all over his body. Imagine hitting a regular person with that.
Yeah.
That's instant death.
Up to that point, I think that was the strongest jutsu we've seen. Besides, like, Hidan's just like, I'm gonna kill myself and kill you at the same time, but I don't die, so you die.
That's gotta suck for Hidan though, because like he can still feel pain.
I mean, he's used to, if you stab yourself in the heart 300 times, you gotta
gotta
be
know
used
what
to
to
it.
expect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you're expecting, you're kind of used to it, I guess.
All right, next, Sasuke versus Deidara.
Yeah, because Sasuke wants to join the Akatsuki, and the only way to do that is to be better than the Akatsuki. So he hunts down Deidara. I think that's how that went.
I don't remember. I
But,
don't remember how it went down, but
it,
like
it was Sasuke versus Deidara. Deidara's just like, bombs, 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 bombs.
Yeah.
And Sasuke's just like, electric jutsu.
yeah, he finds out real quick. He's like, oh, lightning style.
It deactivates all his clay, which
Yep.
OP.
What
And-
I mean, it does
then
counter it.
He does the fucking dragon jutsu. Deidara does. He summons the clay dragon, and he flies up in the sky, and Sasuke's just like, you're really high up there. Can't reach you. Jump, like, I forget how he jumps up, but like,
I think he uses the curse mark wings to get up there.
yeah, he does like a double jump, basically, cuts off the dragon's arm, and Deidara's just like, I'm gonna lose this fight, aren't I?
Yeah, and so
he's like, well, suicide no jutsu.
yeah,
He's just
suicide no jutsu.
He gets real big. Jiraiya's just like, what's that in the distance?
Yeah, just tiny little micro
And then
explosions.
nukes. And then
Yeah.
Sasuke's just like, oh, that doesn't work on me.
Plot
because
armor's out.
I have reverse summon jutsu that takes me to safe land. And
Snake land.
And then summons himself back. And then he's like, I'm good.
Yep.
Thumbs
I'm
up.
fine.
Thumbs up. Walks away.
Okay. So now, with a heavy, heavy heart, the next one.
Let's
The
get
next
into
one on the list.
The juicy parts of this series.
This one, we're going to dive a little bit more deeper into. Jiraiya versus Pain. I know you got tears coming, because we know how it ends.
I'm already crying.
But Jiraiya went in knowing almost absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he was there to spy on the village and learn. Like, he knew the Akatsuki's leader is in this tower.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna find him, talk to him, hopefully kill him. And he's just like, he shows up, he's like, oh, Conan, you're working for this guy. I know you. And it goes into backstory, and we're like, oh, emotional connections. No, what's happening?
Yep.
And then it comes back, and we're like, so Conan and Jiraiya are gonna have to fight now. And
Nope.
she's really strong with paper jutsu, and that's really cool. And then Pain shows up, and he's like, I forget his name. It starts with a Y.
Yahiko?
Yahiko. He's like, Yahiko, is that you? He's like, nah, bitch.
Nah, get out of here. He's like, what? Yahiko has the Renegon. That's weird.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Nagato.
Nagato. Yeah, and oh my god, like he's just like, what happened to you kids? And then it's
Okay, but I gotta say,
Oh my God.
from the beginning of the fight, it seemed as though Jiraiya had an edge. An edge of, like, them not really being able to do too much to him in the beginning.
I will
That's
say
just in
that
the beginning.
Jiraiya, as soon as he recognized them, he knew all their abilities. He knows Conan's paper jutsu, and he knew he wasn't going to fight her at that point.
Yeah.
It was just Pain. And he's like, okay, so I knew Yahiko's, what was it, water or was it earth jutsu? I think it was water. I don't know.
Probably water.
He knew their jutsu, and he knew Nagato's jutsu. He wasn't expecting the Rinnegan.
Yeah.
Because, like, no one knows what that does.
He just knew that Nagato could use all nature. Like,
Yeah.
He could use all nature, like,
Yeah.
things in his jutsu.
And none of them knew Jiraiya's full combat abilities because he had never fought with them. He's just like, look at my toads.
Yeah.
I'll teach you these jutsus. What's up?
So, like,
I'm
you
a
know,
fun guy.
So, he was summoning his things, they were summoning their things, they were fighting, and
Oh
then,
my
like,
God.
the one part, I think the part where Jiraiya started to lose the edge is, he had that big old Rasengan, he's about to slam down on that dude,
Oh, yeah.
and he just sucks it all up.
Yeah.
And which that juiced up all of them, because remember, all of their chakras connected.
Yep.
So when he sucked up all that chakra, he made the rest of them a little bit stronger.
Yeah. But, like, and then he, like, fuses
Yeah,
with
with
the
the
toads and becomes about 5 times stronger than he was. And
he went into an imperfect sage mode.
And Nagato was not ready for that because he had never seen it. He doesn't know what sage mode is because he's not a sage. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
know what nature chakra is basically, or like the completion of nature chakra.
Yeah.
And like Jiraiya murders 3 of his bodies out of it was a 6v1.
And he took out 3 of
He killed 3
if he
instantly.
Yeah, if he would have been able to take out the one that resurrected all of them,
he just didn't know he didn't know all their powers.
Yeah,
he didn't know this guy resurrects. If he did, like Naruto did, he'd be like,
he would have went right.
You're
for
dying
him.
first.
Yeah,
like that was easy for him. Like, but he killed the ones who were attacking him in order. Like he killed the summoner jutsu, I think, immediately, right? Or was it? I forget which ones he killed, but
I definitely think
he killed the long
mechanical
hair
one.
The mechanical one?
Mechanical one.
The long hair one?
The one that absorbs chakra.
Yeah.
I believe he got that one. And then I think it was the soul grabby guy.
The soul sucker.
Because the soul sucker tried to come get him, and he's just like...
That's the one with the long hair that I'm remembering.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think he was able to get the summoner.
No, but the summons did, like... He murdered the summons. Like... He did the Odama Rasengan on one of them, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I think he definitely did something to the replicating
Yeah,
dog.
that's the one. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Naruto. Anyway.
But
he kills 3 of them, and then the other 3 are just like, bring them back!
Yeah. He captures them in a pretty good genjutsu that almost lets him get away.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's like... He... At closer to the end, he had an opportunity to flee. He had an opportunity to get away. But he wanted to make sure. He wanted to get a little bit more information, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
But it cost him his life. He was still he was still thinking about the village and protecting the village.
Yeah.
So
like his ultimate goal at that point was, I'm gonna save the village by getting this information. But
and then like, you know, closer to the end, you know, when he's losing, he's dying, he was only thinking about Naruto at the end because the message he sent on the back of that toad, only Naruto was able to figure it out. Only Naruto could have figured it out.
Yeah.
So he sent a message back that he knew only Naruto.
It's just like, you guys are only gonna beat this guy one way. Tsunade, you're not it. Sorry, hon, but like, the only one I think that could beat this man right here is Naruto because they're the same person. Like honestly though, they had oh my god, it was.
And I read a thing that said in that moment, when, you know, Jiraiya is writing that message on the back of the toad, his heart had already stopped.
Oh.
So, like, you know, even though he was dead, like, that's death. He was in the midst of dying.
Yeah.
He still was able to get that message.
That's just heartbreaking, man. You know, like, it's basically Naruto's dad dying. Again. But we didn't know it was... I mean, yeah, we did know it was his dad before.
It was like, what other spiky-haired, blonde-haired spiky dude is there?
Oh, man, it was a rough moment. Like, I'm not afraid. I shed tears during that, man.
Oh, yeah, totally. Because, like, you know, the fight's going on, you're like, you know, Jiraiya's got this, or like somebody's gonna come.
Oh, he's got 3. It's looking good.
Yeah, like, you know, you're starting to think like, oh, you know, somebody's gonna come save him, right? Like,
yeah, there's gonna be some backups.
At the last minute, someone's gonna jump in, but it's like, no,
they don't kill people off in Naruto.
he's deep in enemy territory. There's nobody there. The only person that knew about his mission was Tsunade.
And I remember Tsunade telling him like, if you get caught, we can't help you. Like that was part of like their like talk before he left. And they couldn't help him. That was.
I am happy that when he did die, his body floated like all the way to the bottom of the ocean, so that he wasn't.
Recover
yeah,
him.
He wasn't going to be used as a reanimation against them.
I think Nagato did that on purpose.
Let his body go
because he respected Jiraiya. So did Conan, and like they couldn't like they knew about the reanimation at that point. They're just like, we can't let our master, the one person we respect in this world, be used as like a plaything. Like, we're gonna end him, but like it's for the sake of my mission and no one else's. And I respect that out of Nagato, honestly. Like, he did the right thing in that moment, and yeah, that's all. But like, going on to the next one though. Sorry, if you guys have more about that, like, let us know.
Yeah,
that's a big moment
big
in the
moment.
entire series.
Ooh, big moment again.
What?
Sasuke versus Itachi. Yes, that happens.
Oh my god, 2 big fights in a row, dude. Okay.
Contrary to what people might believe, Sasuke did not stand a chance even against weakened Itachi. And Itachi knew that.
Yeah. As soon as they fought, like, after the Genjutsu battle, it's really cool. We didn't realize it was happening, and then Itachi's just like, it was an illusion the whole time, and Sasuke's just like, wait a second.
Yeah.
What?
And it's like, Sasuke was like, he thought that he could see through the Genjutsu, but he couldn't.
Because it was like a double bluff or something like that.
Yeah.
And
it was Itachi wanting Sasuke to feel better about himself.
But at the same time, he just like shoved Sasuke into a corner being like, yo, I'm this much better than you. Do you really want to fight me right now? Can you actually beat me right now? And Sasuke just like was like, I don't care. I'm going to fight you right now.
Die!
And like Itachi's just like, all right, let's go. And like the fight was pretty close, I would say. I think Itachi kept it pretty close in the beginning. And then like Sasuke released his curse mark and Itachi's just like, so this is what Orochimaru did to you.
Yeah.
Let's see how strong this is. And he's like, oh, it's pretty strong. And then Sasuke whips out he shoots the fireballs into the sky. You're like,
yes.
Damn, Sasuke, you're bad at aiming. And like he's like, oh, you haven't seen my new jutsu yet.
Yeah, he did that to heat up to increase the pressure, to make clouds come.
Yeah, and then he summoned his Kirin, which is like the strongest lightning jutsu in the entire show.
Yeah,
without using Tail Beast chakra.
The second strongest lightning jutsu. I'll get into what the strongest one is later, so I'm not going to leave you hanging. Okay. But it's the second strongest.
I want to hear that, but
yeah, we'll get to it.
But
soon.
That's like the most natural. Like he doesn't use any chakra for that. Besides,
he uses just a little bit.
He puts it on his finger and directs the control of it. So like he just brings down the lightning, and then they detonate basically, and it hits Itachi, and we're like, did Itachi just lose?
And the only reason he didn't is because he whips out that
Susanoo.
Susanoo. Yeah,
and
that's Japanese for fucking unstoppable. Again, the words of Swag Kage, the best description of the Susanoo I've ever fucking heard.
I love it. But yeah, he whips out the Susanoo, and we're just like, what is that?
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Susanoo.
I think so, yeah. But like, Itachi's just like, Sasuke, you never had a chance because of this. Like, you probably had a chance if I didn't have this, but you never had a chance because I had this.
Yeah, and then he's used up most of his chakra, and he's just like, don't do that, or the curse mark stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah, like if you push the curse mark, you will die, bruh.
And so that's when Orochimaru starts coming out.
He's like, give me Itachi's body, I want it.
Yeah, and so Sasuke is just like, hey. Oh no, Itachi is just like, oh no, I'm getting this guy out of you. That's a little pedophile shit. And so he stabs the Orochimaru beast coming out of Sasuke.
Yeah, he uses his full Susanoo power against Orochimaru because he's like, I ain't fucking around with Orochimaru. I've known this guy since I was a baby, and he actually is trouble. Let me end him. You ain't touching my little bro. And then he beats the shit out of Orochimaru, and Orochimaru's just like, oh, you had this sucking sword the entire time? I want this. And Itachi's just like, yeah, I saved it so that you couldn't get it. Because could you imagine if Orochimaru had a sword that sealed people? Like, he'd be unstoppable.
Just one hit.
Yeah, I think Itachi knew about that sword, and he's just like, gimme. I won't let anyone have this. It's dying with me. And he put it in his Susanoo somehow, which that doesn't explain anything, but whatever. And then he basically destroys Orochimaru, and Sasuke's just like, what about our fight? And then Itachi's just like, okay, we'll get back to it. And he walks at him. And then Sasuke's like, wait, I wasn't serious. Back up. How can you still have so much power? And Itachi's just like, yeah, I don't. Touches him on the forehead.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I don't know if you guys know this, but Itachi imbues Sasuke with that jutsu.
Amaterasu.
He puts Amaterasu in Sasuke's eyes, and then
sets it to auto fire when he sees Obito.
Yeah. But he was also the point where he was thinking, because he already put the crow in Naruto, right?
Yes.
That was going to be the point. If he didn't already put it in Naruto, he was gonna put the crow into Sasuke at that point if he hadn't already, you know.
Actually, no. Because Itachi was still alive. Naruto got the crow when Itachi was resurrected.
No, when he put him in the first time, he took it out of Naruto when he was resurrected.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if he hadn't already put it in Naruto, he would have taken it. But yeah, that was like a really like intense moment. Like we're just like, oh my god, was he? He's just touched him on the forehead. What happened? And then Itachi dies, and we're like, what? What is going on? But like, that
it was a nice moment. He gave him the cheese touch.
Cheese. But like, oh my god, I feel so sorry for Itachi because like he won that fight. He won both of those fights.
Oh yeah,
he fought 2 fights and won, and then he's just like, I can't kill Sasuke now. I was just trying to teach him a lesson. And then he basically kills himself by expending all his chakra. I think that's the one time we see someone die from expending chakra.
I mean, he also was like, you know, super duper sick and
he blind.
Blind.
He couldn't see Sasuke at the end of that fight, if I remember right, because he was so blind from using his eyes so much, or his Mangekyo so much.
Yeah.
Which that sucks. Like it's a powerful power, but like comes at a price, man.
It's got to have some kind of drawback.
And like the majorest drawback is killing your sibling and taking their eyes to get a perfect version of that.
Yeah.
But
like one time I was reading on a forum and someone was like, "Man, Sage Mode's so overpowered. There's no weakness to it. It's like totally broken." I'm like, "Well, yeah, there's a weakness. If you do it wrong, you turn into a statue, and you're dead forever. Like that is the drawback."
We'll get into that. But oh my god, that was a good fight. Itachi versus Sasuke.
And then after, you know, Sasuke has his little soul searching stuff, he cries. He's like, "We're not Hebi anymore. We're Taka." I'm just like, everyone's just
that was
like,
also the
okay,
point where he kills Orochimaru, like right before Sasuke versus Itachi. He kills Orochimaru. Remember?
Yes.
He leaves Orochimaru. He thought he was dead, and then Orochimaru comes back during the Itachi
Yeah.
fight. That's a whole thing, but not important really. And then Team Taka, it's him and his 3 buddies, and they fight Killer Bee.
Which, let's start off, Frank. Let's be frank.
Oh,
what
boy.
are none of them ever seen nobody with 8 swords? Sasuke was getting bodied because the dude had 8 swords. He's like, yeah, I can see a little bit into the future, but there's too many swords coming at me.
I love the fact that Sasuke's just like, let me 1v1 him. You guys back off. Do not engage. And Sasuke's just like, oh shit. They're fighting, and they're going, and he's pulling out 8 swords, he's moving, he's jumping, he's holding them in his fucking armpit and shit.
Oh, yeah, he's got like...
And Sasuke's like, I made a mistake.
Yeah, he's like a little porcupine. Like, anytime Sasuke would try and get in close, like
he
literally Killer Bee would just like spin a little bit, and like he'd get cut a few times.
And like he was juggling and jumping, and that was the best swords play in the entire series.
Yeah.
No joke. Like, Madara can't compare to that shit. Like, he could probably do it, but he didn't.
Yeah, he got 1 sword.
But oh my god, that fight was amazing because Sasuke lost hard for the first time,
and
it was funny.
Yeah, he had to whip out Amaterasu.
He whipped out Amaterasu,
and then even with that, Bee just
cut off his own tentacle,
away.
and he's just like, "You ain't getting me.
Yeah, bye.
You can get my chakra, but you ain't getting me."
Which, you know, it was still enough.
Yeah, it was just like a tentacle, like the tip tentacle worth, but like,
which I feel as though
it shouldn't have worked.
It should. I think you need the whole beast.
You need the whole ass beast
to like put it in the Godama statue or whatever it's called.
That was kind of a shortcut to not kill Bee, I think. Like, I was wondering, like, they're totally gonna have to summon this thing, but Naruto's gonna have to die, right? And so is Bee, and they're really part of the story now. But they did it right, I gotta say. And that was crazy fight, honestly, because and then like that part where Jugo is healing Sasuke and he's like pumping his body into Sasuke's body, and he becomes a little baby kid, and Sasuke's just like, thanks Jugo, and goes about his business like nothing happened. Like, what? Oh my god.
So yeah, they kind of got. But once B transformed, they were just like, "What the fuck are we gonna?"
Yeah, they had
do?
never seen like only Sasuke had fought a tailed beast before, but he fought Naruto with one chakra tail 2 years ago.
And like they weren't even like synced up together.
Yeah, that was Naruto without any control. And B has full control over the 8 tails, and he's like, I can't fight this shit.
Yeah. So he was just like, all right, Amaterasu, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
That was hilarious.
So we're just gonna, and then next is when Pain attacks the Leaf Village.
Oh my god.
So like, okay, so
we'll start out, and then just like go through each of the fights. Hopefully, if we remember them all, just the main ones.
Okay, we're just gonna say this: Konohamaru, he bodied one.
Yeah,
I think it was the resurrection one. He killed the resurrection.
No, it was the soul sucking one.
No, it was the resurrection one.
No, it wasn't because he was part of the he was part of the Naruto fight.
It was the no, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was gone.
We will figure this out.
Because he was cutting off people's tongues. He was trying to get information. He was just like, "Where's Naruto? Don't lie to me." And like, you know, he was the one with the big head that, you know, you could put the bodies into. And Konohamaru snuck up on him or something. And while he was holding him, you know, he was trying to get Konohamaru to talk, and he Rasengans him.
It's so I searched it and it says Konohamaru does the Rasengan and kills one of the pains. That's what it gave me.
Whatever. He kills a pain.
We'll come back to that. We're gonna talk about Kakashi.
Yeah. Okay. Kakashi did so much against the 2 pains because he was fighting, you know, telekinesis pain, and he was fighting mecha pain.
Yeah, he fought 2 pains and came out on top.
I think
kinda
a little bit until he died.
Yeah, but he did it in the best way, to where like he used his last bit of chakra to not die, but still died because of his loss of chakra.
Yeah, he was.
So
dead.
I guess there was someone who died because of loss of chakra.
And like, you know, he died. Kakashi was freaking dead. Yeah. He talked to his father.
Yeah.
Who was dead.
They were having They were having a chit chat about, yo, you dead? Tell me what happened. What's your life like? What? Tell me your story. And he did. Also, it was the Pain who resurrects. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It looked like him. He had like the square face and the spiky hair and like the nose ring, which is all of them. But you know, it's that specific one.
But like, you know, there were some good moments in there. Like Kakashi had him on the ropes for a little bit. He put up a wall and essentially
like his tactics though, like he did like the clone coming out of the rubble, which we thought was actually like who would have thought of that shit except for Kakashi. Like I get that it's writers writing this too, but like they got to put themselves in the perspective of that ninja and what they would do in that sequence. So like it's got to be that's Kakashi's thought process, not the writer's thought process. You know, you know what I mean. And
then, the big step. This was when,
so like he blows up the village, right?
Village, yeah.
He loses quote unquote loses to Konohamaru and Kakashi. He's like, this is too much. Stop. Yeah, he jumps up. He's like, I can fly now, and then
almighty push. And I think like the reason that he went for that is because like, our resurrector is down.
I have to end this now.
Any major damage that we and our bodies sustain is permanent until I can get another one.
Yeah. He's got to like clone eye whatever he does in that tower.
That. Yeah, like we've got no idea. But Naruto right off the bat when he comes back destroys one of the pains.
Yeah, he's just like
destroys the Mecha Pain. One shots him.
Yeah, because Mecha Pain's just like, oh, who are you? And he's just like, nope.
Yeah, he just charges Naruto, smashes him.
Yeah, that was the best entrance they could have done because like they did the whole smoke thing. He summoned with all the toads.
The toads, yeah.
And it was like they were like stacked up, and he was just like with the scroll, and he's like, oh, that robe, and he's like, it was the best entrance.
I wish he would have kept that look for a little bit.
I love that robe, dude, because it gave him such a Jiraiya feel, and it was deserved through that fight. He's got the scroll. He's like, yeah, this is it. This is the Jiraiya crossover we wanted, and he comes in, he destroys a Pain, and like we're just like, this fight's hype already.
He keeps going, one after another. He's outsmarting them, and it's just him. I mean, yes, he's getting information from, I think, one of the Toads or like other people. Like, he's getting information, but no one is helping him fight.
Yeah, no. That... Oh, my God. Like... I had to give it up for Naruto because he had trained in the Toad place for, like, months at that point. He had
a while,
He had mastered Sage Mode and, like...
And at the same time, was practicing the Rasen Shuriken even more.
And at this point, he knew Jiraiya was dead, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was like basically, like, a mental fortitude type of thing. Like, he actually, like, was able to go through this fight without, like, being mad at pain, you know? Like, because you can fight someone, but you don't have to be mad at them. If you're mad at them, you lose all composure, you're, like, going wild. He was thinking clearly.
Like the second part of the fight, which we'll get into that in a moment.
And, like, when he, like, is, like, sparring off between normal pain and they have sucking pain.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one that was left? Because there's 3 of him when they're doing, like, the sparring. I think
there was just the 4, because I think there was a second squad that got rid of the summoner.
Yeah.
Because, like, they were dealing with...
He killed the summoner.
On. Yes,
he
Naruto
summoned the Toad
did.
around the summoner so she couldn't see.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then he goes inside and dual Rasenguns her.
Okay, also, with the giant rhino, how casually Naruto yeets.
He's just standing there, and Old Man Toad's like, "Hey Naruto, this thing's charging you. What are you gonna do?" And he's just like, "Catch, yeet over the shoulder." And
gone.
All the pains are just like, "What?
Excuse me?
Who is this?" He kind of looks like Jiraiya with that robe and scroll. What's going on?
So then, like,
oh my God, that was a great moment.
Fight's going on. Then he's fighting telekinesis pain, which it's like when your pains, if he's got multiple pains, why would you keep the strongest pain last? Like, imagine if...
Oh, that's because he was recharging, remember? He didn't want anything to happen until he had Almighty pushed back.
Okay.
He had, like, another 5 minutes on his... Or 1:30 timer on his... I don't know. It was... He had a timer on his ability, his Almighty push and pull.
Mm-hmm. So he had to wait.
He put all the other pains first, because, like, that is the strongest pain. If you can control someone's movements, you win the fight.
Yeah.
So, like, when they're bodying, like, they finally catch Naruto... And he's in that headlock with the sucking jutsu guy.
And he just starts generating more nature chakra.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, don't move at all. Let him suck. And he's just like, okay, Naruto, you lose. I'm sucking out your chakra. And he's just like,
sure.
It's just silence. It's like he's just looking, and he's just like, you know what happens when you can't control nature chakra, right? And they're like, what?
And the dude turns into a toad statue, and he just breaks out.
Oh my God, he destroys that man's arms.
Yeah.
Which, like, technically he wasn't a human at that point. He was just a statue.
Yeah, he was a statue of a toad.
But, like, he just destroys it, and Pain's just like, didn't think about that.
Yep. What the fuck is nature chakra? Did you just make that up?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know about nature chakra, honestly. It's crazy.
What if somebody accidentally was just, like, meditating, and, like, they just turned into a toad statue?
I feel like if you're meditating, you're able to control it. You'd gain it very slowly, because at first Naruto could barely get it, and then he's just like, okay, Naruto, the only way to get this is to put you in high stakes scenarios with, like, sitting on a platform on the top of a spike
to get focus.
Do not move, and you can get this. Like, but like, I think if somebody slowly gathered upon it, they're like, okay, this is nature chakra. I'll hold a little bit, and as they gain more, they're like, okay, this is kind of unstable. Let me stop. But
and then Naruto's fighting Pain when he gets his powers back, which.
And it's just Naruto versus Pain at this point. Like,
yeah, just the real Pain, the big bad, telekinesis Pain.
Push pull Pain.
Push pull. Okay. The reason I say telekinesis is because, like, Naruto gets impaled into the ground, and that's when Hinata comes in.
Slammed.
Yeah, Hinata comes in, which I really wanted to see more of. That she created her own jutsu. It was
her lion fists.
The lion fists. That
was dope.
They should have just put a little scene in there with, like, if they had other ninja attacking the thing where she's just beating the fuck out of regular ninja with her, like, that's fine.
That is such a strong spell with Gentle Fist, because already you just have chakra fists right now, right?
Yeah.
If you're also hitting chakra points, you're disabling them while disabling them physically.
Yeah. And then
like that's such a strong jutsu. It doesn't give it, the show doesn't give it credit for what it actually is. Like she does get beaten immediately without hitting him at all.
But that's because
she was going for the spikes and
Yeah.
trying to free Naruto, but like what are you gonna do? He's like as long
every
as,
time that she would go for the spikes, he just like
yeah, but like
just
she
fling her
still
away.
broke a spike. He was still impaled, and it's still stopping his chakra. So like it didn't really do anything, but it was for like the thought of it, and I think like that was a really strong moment between like her and Naruto. She's like, I'm gonna give my life up for this dude. Like,
and then like you
and
know,
Naruto saw that, and he's just like,
he immediately went into what three-tail rage mode. Like
he went into four-tail rage mode immediately. Like
Okay.
it was a heartbeat. I love that moment because it was like, and it was like his eyes like blackened and like
yeah, it started
Pain was
going
just
red
like
and just
what, and he jumped away, like immediately jumps away. Like we had not seen Pain retreat except for when Naruto like taijutsu
was almost on him,
taijutsu the hell out of him with Sage Mode. What was that? Sage Mode
Frog Kumite,
Frog Kumite. Yeah,
something
it,
like that.
He destroyed him in that like taijutsu fight, and he's just like, I can't fight him. Shit, back up. But like in this moment, he like pulses, chakra cloaked, and Pain just jumps, and he's just like,
And he breaks out of the
yeah,
thing.
immediately, because like there's an amount of chakra that those spikes can like hold down.
Oh, maybe because she broke it, it wasn't as powerful of a hold.
It also depends on the user's control and chakra. Mm-hmm. So like the less control Nagato had over those spikes, the more Naruto can break free. And he was kind of weak at that point, just a little bit like coughing blood
Just a
weak.
wee bit. But the reason I keep saying telekinesis is because you can see it. Like when Pain launches her up in the air and brings her back down. That was there's a gap. He can either push or pull, and then there's a gap. But he went up and then down.
I think he can control where he pulls from. So like he pulls her up, and it's not that much of a use. Like it's a 1 second use, so like it doesn't have a big timer. Even if it is like from a distance, which probably increases the timer.
Okay.
So then like if she goes up, and that's why there's that delay before she falls. Like he slams her down. He's waiting for it to recharge.
Okay.
Like he like pulls her up with his pull ability, and he pushes her down with his push ability.
I guess.
Like that's the only way I can not like loophole it. Mm-hmm. I guess
I
that's a loophole, but...
still kind of wish that like while Naruto, like when it was down to the one Pain, why wouldn't a whole bunch of ninja just say rush him? Like
because like
the strong guys, like the strong people left.
Who was left? Tsunade was dead, basically, because she was healing the entire village.
Yeah.
Sakura was giving her chakra. Or Shikamaru was gonna help Naruto. He got a stabbed leg and was still trying to help Naruto. Like he was impaled, and like this girl's like, Shikamaru, you cannot help him. Stop. You will be nothing.
But he still did it, and like.
And Shikaku was, I think, the only Jonin at that point. Like Shikamaru's dad.
Oh,
the same
is
name.
that his name? Okay.
It's the same name as the tailed beast, which I always find weird, but it's spelled slightly different. Mm-hmm. But it's still Shikaku, and he realized like I can't help Naruto at this point. I'm not strong enough. I'll be in his way, which I don't think was necessarily true.
But could you imagine if like they were able to do something? Because like they all saw it in the Chunin exams. What if they like get a whole bunch of things in the air and just like he slithers his fucking shadow?
I don't
paralysis.
think he'd be strong enough actually, because think about this.
I guess if he
Nagato's
was hurt,
using the chakra threads basically to control Pain. You connect your chakra to this Pain. Nagato has a connection to you now. I think he could have taken control, or not taken control of, but like stopped the shadow possession jutsu immediately.
Maybe
that's my theory. Okay. But anyways, Naruto roids out.
Roids out
is the best term, and he goes straight to 4 tails, and then to 5 with the bones, or was it 6 with the bones?
I think it was 6 with the bones.
He summons the bones around him, and which was just like, what is happening right now? This is more than we've ever gotten from a tail beast.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we saw B go into
but that was
full mode,
but that was
like
way more controlled.
He did do a bone
mode.
fist, which we saw in B versus Sasuke, which was pretty cool. But we didn't. It wasn't really like emphasized as much as like full skeletal spine. Naruto's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill this man.
Yeah.
And somehow Hinata did not die through any of this happening. Like, if you guys saw that fight, like,
Also, I need to rewatch the fight. There's some really funny scenes. There's some parts of it. There's just like,
it's
how
the
did
worst
he not
animation, by the way.
Die? Oh, it's the
all...
best animation. What are you talking about?
hate-
I loved it.
When Pain's just
My
like,
pain is far greater than yours.
and his head stretches about like 10 feet, or it's like, what?
There's one part of it where like Pain is moving and Naruto has just like some big ass rock and he's just smashing him into the ground, just like super fast over and over.
And it's just like literally a nail being driven into the ground, and Pain's just like, what is this? And he just he mummy rises, or like zombie rises out of the ground, just like just like wiggles up.
that whole animated part is funny.
It's hilarious, but it's some of the worst animation in a scene. Like, I get that they wanted, like, they probably hired an outside artist to be like, okay, we need this to be fast paced, we need it to be exciting and high tempo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can do that, but it won't be as good as your art.
Because it's like, imagine them trying to do that exact same scene
In high detail.
Yeah,
In the same amount of time that they have to push out episodes every week. I would have been fine if they like took 3 weeks to make that episode and made it high tier. Like, I would love for them to go back and reanimate that episode, but like, it was still amazing as is, and one of my favorite Shippuden fights of all time.
Yeah, it was really good.
With like, oh my god.
And then he does the what's it called? It's the planetary destruction.
Planetary devastation.
Devastation. But there's the real name for it.
Well, there's a Japanese word, but in English it
That's
means
what I'm trying to...
planetary devastation.
The other one sounds better. It does, like, as an ability, like planetary devastation. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, but
I know Oh, it starts with a T. I don't know. Go and start talking about like what happens.
So like, he uses that ability to suck up Naruto because he's just like, I can't beat this motherfucker. I'm gonna trap him in rocks. So he keeps, he sucks him into this giant boulder, and then that's when he goes into Eight Tails mode, and that's when the sigil on Yamato's hand.
Oh yeah, it goes
breaks.
from 8, or it goes from 7 to 8,
and then
it goes to 9, and it like breaks his hand. He's like, ah, yeah. What's happening?
And right before Dreamscape, Chibaku Tensei, yeah.
That's such like a hard like Chibaku, like it's like a
Chibaku
thick
Tensei.
Word that like it's powerful.
It feels like potato soup in your mouth. Chibaku Tensei. And like right when Naruto grabs that seal from the inside, he moves it a little bit. Minato is like in heaven. He's just
my god, that moment,
and he's just like, huh? What the fuck?
Stop that! He's just there for a reason. What are you doing?
He's like, what do you think you're doing, kid? You ain't ready for that.
And Naruto's just like, who's this guy?
Who the fuck are you? It's like, I'm your dad.
And he's like, I'm your dad. Hello.
How you doing?
It's nice to meet you. I know we've never spoken, and hopefully someone's told you about me. And Naruto's like, no one's told me anything. And he's just like, damn it, Third Hokage, I told you. Take care of my son.
Yeah, and then he punches him. I think in the stomach.
Yeah, he's like, you idiot.
Yeah. No, Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto, like, he's just like, why didn't you fucking help, or what? Why did you leave, or whatever? Like,
because nobody told him the story.
Yeah, and like I would be mad at my dad if he did that too. Like, you just gonna leave and have no one tell me anything?
I think in the beginning it was for Naruto's safety, because it's like they knew that he was the Jinchuriki.
Yeah.
So they couldn't.
Could you imagine being the son of the okay, we talked about this earlier off audio, but like Minato won the third ninja war by himself
essentially
for the Leaf Village, because they named him to be run away on sight.
All other armies were like, run on sight. You see this dude,
and he
don't
at
engage,
that point
run.
He was still a Jonin. He wasn't even Hokage, and they're just like,
it was
do not fight this man.
It was because of his actions in the war.
Yeah. And like, could you imagine him, the son of this most dangerous war fighter? I don't want to say criminal, but like, for other villages, he's a war criminal.
Yeah.
But like, for the Leaf Village, he's a war
armies.
hero.
Yeah.
And like, this is his son. His son is also a Jinchuriki, which is a nuke for a village, basically.
Yeah.
If all the other villages would have targeted Naruto immediately.
Yeah, that's why it was kept secret.
It wasn't for like the Leaf Village's people's sake. It was for Naruto's sake against other villages, in my opinion.
All right, but like he goes full out rage mode.
Busts
He,
through
busts through the
after the touching moment with Minato.
Yeah, he gets out of the rocks and
Minato,
he's got
Pain's just like, I messed up.
Yeah, he
did not expect this outcome.
He gets one more confrontation, and Naruto beats the timer to before he can use his push again, and takes him down, and then locates where Nagato is, and then Takno Jutsus him.
Yeah, I do like that moment though, where he chucks his clone. He's like, I can't throw my Rasengan, but I can throw my clone.
Yeet!
And Pain's just like, yeah, he can't reach me. I'm fine. What?
And like, not only Takno Jutsu's Nagato into like
killing
leaving,
himself.
yeah, he revives the people of the Leaf Village.
He literally talked a man into death, which is like, it's like a roundabout way of saying like, he didn't really talk him to death, but he technically talked him to death.
Yeah, he talked with Takno Jutsu.
It was, oh my god, that's one of the best moments in all of Naruto Shippuden.
All right, so next on the list, Killer Bee versus Kasame. What we're gonna say on this one: Kasame, Sharkman, big water bubble. Bee, quote unquote, wins. He doesn't finish off Kasame, but he doesn't know that he gets the sword.
Yeah, he gets the sword. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That was
just to let you know, we're at 50 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
Let's do. Let's actually stop it here. We'll do
one more.
One more? You sure?
Let's do these next two, right?
Next two? Okay.
And we'll stop there.
All right.
Because then it goes into something else of the series, basically. Actually, we'll do the next.
See, that's why I want to just make it.
We'll stop right there.
Oh.
Okay? We got this. Because the last one, we'll go up to like 115. It's fine. So, next. Sasuke versus the 5 Kage.
So they got the 5 Kage summit going on, and
Sasuke's just like, I don't like these Kage. I'm gonna end them.
I'm gonna kill them. Yeah.
I'm better than all these people.
It's gonna be easy. I'm an Uchiha.
Like, he had this idea, like he beat Itachi. He knew about Itachi, and like he didn't know about Itachi. Sorry, he got his eyes, and he's like, I'm gonna take these for a test run. I want to fulfill my plan of doing like the dark hidden leaf village. Where like I am the sole ruler and I'm gonna end this charade of war and
Kage and stuff,
and like hidden agendas and shit. And basically it was kind of Obito's plan as well. Like I just need these 5 Kage out of the way, and I can't really kill them without using all my abilities. So Sasuke, go for it, go. And Sasuke is just like, alright, let's do this. And then right off the bat, he's like, Raikage, and Raikage is just like, little bitch boy ain't fighting me. I'm gonna end this man. And whew, Sasuke did not stand a chance.
No. And it's like every one of them had an ability that could essentially counter his Susanoo.
Yeah.
Mei had that acid stuff which
it melted the Susanoo.
So like he's like, shit, I need to get out of here.
And then fucking Tsuchikage does the
deletion that.
Like, what's the girl that heals name?
Oh,
he bites into her. She heals him. It's not. Looks like Sarda.
Looks like salad, yeah.
But anyways, she's
Whatever
there
her
and
name
she's
is.
just like, Sasuke's dead. What?
Just eat me.
And then he comes back because Toby saved him at the last second somehow. Because like that.
Kamui.
Yeah, but Kamui takes like 5 seconds to activate. There was an instant deletion. I can't. That was a big loophole for me.
No. He grabs Sasuke, activates the Kamui so that both of them are intangible, and he just goes somewhere else.
Oh, okay. I see. That's fine.
He didn't like suck him in.
Yeah. Okay. That just making him intangible. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Raikage versus Sasuke though. Raikage realizes like that in order to kill Sasuke, he's a pretty good ninja. He'll admit that. But Raikage is better. And so he's just like, just gonna go for the suicide play. Dashes at him, like, I'm gonna lariat this fool. And he activated Amaterasu on Raikage.
Raikage took the hit.
Yeah, he took the hit with his left arm, and then one of his arms, and then other arm tries to lariat Sasuke, and Sasuke, he dead. Like if that hit, he's dead.
Yeah, I think he cracked through the Susanoo, and then Raikage, baller as fuck, chopped his own arm off.
Yeah, like, gotta give it up to Raikage. Like, he beat Sasuke 1v1, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
until Obito interfered, and it was just like,
yeah, but that's what
that's
all
over.
about.
Yeah, yes.
All right,
Save
and
Sasuke.
then after that was Sasuke versus Danzo, which I hated Danzo. I wanted him to die.
Yeah, that fight I was conflicted because I'm just like, I wanted Sasuke to like learn a lesson and get beaten, you know. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I was like, Danzo
Needs to die.
is a little bitch.
Yeah,
and
he's a
needs
little-
to die. So I'm gonna root for Sasuke
Yeah.
this one time. And Danzo lost
So hard.
50 times in a row and
Yeah.
almost killed Sasuke because of it. Because, like, if you guys don't know, he used Izanami, which
With his arm full of Sharingan.
he had like 20 Sharingan, and like every time you use Izanami, you if you die, you can come back in a different reality. Not really different reality, but like
You can just rewrite it, essentially.
rewrite reality like it never happened. And Danzo's just like cheat. Oh, I died.
Hacks.
I died.
Hacks.
And Sasuke's just burning through chakra at this point. And somehow Izanami does not cost chakra or an insane amount of chakra. Like, I would think it would cost a lot of chakra to cast.
You would think so. But,
But,
you're time traveling.
You're
You
controlling time.
you just revert back to a stage where you had more chakra.
Yeah. And then Danzo, if it was just like a normal fight, Sasuke would have won 50
Yeah.
times over.
I will say Danzo had some pretty interesting jutsu. I liked the
Wind Blade.
I liked he threw the shuriken that had like the wind stuff on it, so it made
He was
it, like,
very
bigger.
good at chakra control, yeah.
I liked that. I liked some of that stuff. But fuck Danzo.
Yeah, and then I love the bird summon though from Sasuke, where he dodges out of the way and like he's about to fall off the bridge and he's just like bird.
Yeah, come on, bird.
He summons mid-air, which is crazy.
All right, but that
And then-
one, it was kind of a short fight.
Yeah.
That was a little bit important because Danzo needed to die.
Yeah. Anyway, this next one, second to last,
Yeah.
Guy versus Kisame. Baller ass fight
Yeah.
because we get to see Guy actually fight, and like he was kind of serious in this fight because like Kisame was just like, all right, this guy looks like a fool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him, and Guy's like, what? It breaks all his knuckles like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill this
Gates
man.
activated. He starts
Did he
fighting.
use Did he use the seventh gate?
Yes, he did.
The blue blood.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, 'cause,
that's
like,
that's like the finishing move that he used to
Theodora
like,
or something like that, like just like fucking throwing out gang signs and like
Yeah, gang
forcing them
signs.
forwards and like giant bearings. Just Kisame's just like,
And like
I lost.
I think Kisame was like, you can't defeat me with a chakra attack like that, and he's like, it's not a chakra attack. This is a physical attack.
I'm
and
just
he
punching.
and he just gets he gets destroyed, and then like I gotta say like Kisame is still a baller.
like he was holding that scroll he ate, and that's what Guy was trying to get. He's like, or no, he gave it to a shark, and it got away though, right?
Yes, he gave it to a shark. Shark got away,
And
and then
then-
they captured him.
And he's just like, I already know the information. They're probably good. They have the mind transfer guy. He probably knew about that. Who can just take
Mm-hmm.
information out of your brain. He's just like, can't let this happen because this is actually pretty vital,
Yeah,
important.
he
stuff
activates a water prison jutsu on himself.
So
Summon.
nothing can enter the jutsu, especially
Yeah.
Guy who only punches.
Yeah, then he summons sharks, and he's just like, sharks, eat me.
Cuts himself, and there's blood everywhere. And he's just like, bye. And then they do the old anime thing where you don't see him die.
Yeah,
but
because it just fills up with blood.
it fills up with blood, and then it goes poof, and the sharks are gone, and he's gone. And we're just like, he got ate.
It was like, damn.
He's ate.
That's still some baller shit.
Yeah, props to Kisame, but like also props for Guy, because like
He beat the shit out of him.
yeah, but he didn't have his sword. He didn't have a shark skin sword.
He didn't have the shark skin.
Do you think he would have won with that?
Wait. No, he did. He came out of the sword. Because
Oh, that's
because
right.
Naruto came out. The reason that he emerged is Naruto came out of the well, and Naruto was like, "Hey B, who the fuck is on your back?" And he's like, "My sword." He's like, "No, that other thing that I can sense." And then Kisame is like, "Shit, I've been found out." He comes out and he
I remember that now. That was pretty dope. Honestly, like Naruto's just like new powers. What?
Who is that?
It's like that one meme where they're like, it's like that song where they're like, hey, hey, what?
Damn, 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 damn.
It's exactly that meme where Kisame's just like, hey, or Naruto's,
What?
hey, Kisame, hey.
What? Okay.
I love that. Sorry, guys. And then the last one we're gonna talk about on this episode of the podcast is Conan versus Obito.
I personally,
This is the
love
first
this
fight we get to see Obito as Obito, because he's just like, yeah, I'm not Toby, I'm Obito.
Yeah.
I'm Madara.
yeah,
We didn't know he was Obito at the time. We're like, it's Madara. Oh,
yeah, that was Obito. But the amount of
Conan won. My opinion.
Conan won. He had to use Izanami. If you have to use Izanami to win, you lost.
You lost.
You lost. That means you died. And, you know, he's just like, oh, I can stay intangible for 5 minutes. And she's like, oh, that's okay. I've got fucking billions of paper bombs in the water. It's going to keep blowing up for
I've
5
saved
consecutive
these
minutes.
for just you. Like, she was like, because she can make paper bombs, but it takes like chakra to make a paper bomb, right? So she's just been making them and storing them in this area. And like, she's just like, yeah, I got about 5 minutes worth of constant explosions.
She opens
or no,
up
10
the
minutes
ocean.
worth of constant explosions.
And just...
And he's like, I can only stay intangible for 5 minutes. This is double the amount of time.
So he uses Izanami.
And bullshits his way out. Like, she had him. Like,
Oh yeah, when it showed him, like,
oh
he
my god,
stabbed
she
her in
was
the
so
back
much
after
more
that.
powerful than I thought she was. She pulled out the angel wings.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit,
and it was like, you know, even though there was
spears.
only a few exchanges, like, you know, in the beginning she sends out her wave of paper things, and
Yeah.
and he goes into Kamui, like, you know, he starts sucking up the paper, and she's like, oh, I got you, and then like mixed paper bombs in it, and it blows up half of his mask, and
Yeah.
and then like, you know,
And he's got the Sharingan. Like, we've only ever seen his one
One.
Sharingan, and then it blows up. And he's like, I got this one, and that's his actual Kamui. No, that was his Izanami Eye, his fake one that he was saying. Or no, that was his Rinnegan. Was it? I don't remember now.
no, he doesn't have Rinnegan at that point, but
What happened?
he does have a second Sharingan.
Yeah, because that's how he uses Izanami. He has just one that he found in Danzo's collection after Danzo has died.
Mm-hmm.
Danzo has saved every single Sharingan from the Uchiha massacre in bottles in a weird cave, like sex dungeon type thing. It was weird. And Obito's like, oh, I can use these. Puts one in his left eye, and then he's just like, I'll save this for when I need to die, or when I die.
And it was straight up bullshit.
And then Conan's just like, damn, I'm out of chakra.
Stab. And like you go, it like
She
the
thought
camera.
she won,
Yeah.
and like we thought she won too.
And the camera goes to Obito. He's missing an arm. Like, most of his clothes are destroyed. He's all burnt.
yeah, like
So it's like he barely made it out of those explosions.
Do you think he like was trying to survive the explosions before he used Izanami, or do you think it's just like the instant he came out of his intangibleness, he had to use Izanami, and he still like got blown up?
I think there was probably a moment. There had to be like a gap of moment either between Kamui ending, Izanami activating, and Kamui activating again. Because I imagine when he activates Izanami, it'll reset his timer.
Yeah.
So that's why he was able to go back into Kamui.
Yeah.
And like get out of there. Like, but like there's some gap period of, you know, if it's constant explosions.
He had to have been hit
I
at
think
least like a few times.
I think he got hit maybe like, you know, 2 or 3 times because he was missing an arm.
Mm-hmm.
All of his clothes were destroyed. That kind of thing. And
But it
like,
was his fake arm, to be fair. Like,
which is good.
yeah, I
but
mean, not for us.
him, but you know, he's an evil guy.
yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
he's pretty evil.
I will say he was evil throughout the entire show. I don't think of him ever as a hero, except for when he was young. But then,
Yeah,
like,
not
as
after
soon as-
after he
Boulder,
got crushed.
he's
Yeah,
evil.
Boulder, he went to evil guy because he started working with Madara.
I mean, I guess right when he has to like kill. Well, we didn't talk about that either.
What?
Him versus all those ninja and like Kakashi, and
Well, I mean, technically that's in the past, but
we'll try to remember for next episode to talk about that stuff.
yeah.
But I think Conan should have won, and she got bodied by the plot jutsu.
yeah.
Because Obito has to live, because like
That's
at that
just-
point we didn't know anything about what Obito was going to be doing or who he was.
Mhm.
We just thought like, oh, it's this Madara character that we've never heard about. Okay. They might have-
Actually, no. We've heard about Madara. Like, the hype for Madara was throughout most of the entirety of the series. Like, little bits every now and
it
then.
was a long time before like
yeah, he was referenced quite a bit.
he was referenced, but like we never seen anything. We've never
Yeah.
heard anything like specific. besides just like he was
His-
this powerful guy who
yeah.
fought like Hashirama and like that was his rival and stuff like that. And he was referenced at the Valley of Ends or whatever that was.
Yeah,
like,
because
with
his statue was there.
Why would you ever make a statue about this guy who destroyed the Leaf Village? Like,
But he didn't destroy the Leaf Village.
yeah, I still.
He challenged Hashirama and lost.
All right.
And Hashirama was like, you can surrender at any point, but if you don't, you're gonna die.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be later.
Oh my
but
God. That's it for this
that's it
episode
for this
of the podcast.
one. Like we're gonna have a part 3 for the big ones on this list.
You
All
guys,
the
know
good
what's coming.
ones.
Like big fights, big fat thick fights. Oh, my favorites. Some of my favorites.
Oh, well, I mean, I can get this next one out of the way in one sentence. Mifune versus Hanzo. Mifune had a sharper sword. We're done.
Hanzo was using like decade-old crap, and like Mifune's just like, yeah, I sharpen this sword every fucking day. What's yours?
Chop.
Chop.
Dead.
One.
You're done.
Yeah, and like we're probably not going to talk about this, but most of those reanimated fights, like all the Seven Mist Swordsmen, it was cool. It was a nice filler, but like it was filler, but not filler.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Because it was stuff that was going on, but
Yeah,
it wasn't. It was not Naruto.
yeah,
We wanted to see what was going on with Naruto.
It
Or
was
Sasuke.
cool, but like none of the fights had any meaning, and like none of them really stood out to me. Besides maybe Kakashi versus Zabuza, which Kakashi gets Zabuza's sword, and then like he never uses it again.
I think he technically has, like, because there's Shinobi's Alliance and the water village or whatever. It's
He
just
gave
like,
it back to the hit and miss.
yeah, he's just like, they're like, hey, that sword's actually like our thing. Can we have that?
That's like our whole deal over here.
Like we've got those guys for a reason. We're an alliance right now. Can we have that back? Can we have
He
it?
did use it for most of the war, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Like, I won. This is my loot now. But that's going to be it for this episode, though. Let us know if you guys want us to talk specifically about some of those reanimation fights that we didn't talk about, like Kimimaru or Granny Chio, or like Kankuro versus like all those. Like,
Oh, or that lady with the fire orbs that like burned people from the inside out.
yeah, that was intense.
Scorch style, I think
that-
it was.
That was intense.
And then there was that
Yeah.
one magnet guy.
Magnet guy. Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about this next time. But
Yeah,
like,
we'll
yeah.
catch it in the next one.
Alright, I'll stop talking.
We
I'm
keep
hyped.
going. Like, we hype about Naruto in this house.
Comment down below what you want us to see, what you liked about what we talked about, any opinions you want to express, if we're wrong, if we're right, if we're just dumbasses. If
We are. We admit that, but we have
if we
fun.
forgot something, let us know. Anything, just comments. Alright,
All right. Peace out.
hope you enjoyed it.
Peace out.